Castranger.
Ladies, gentlemen, and everybody else, welcome to the finale of Extra Castranger, the show where we brought you tokusatsu news week by week. It's been 300 weeks, and I'm fucking tired of doing this. Okay, so for those who may not have heard on previous episodes, this is going to be the finale of our news corner as a separate specific release. What's going to happen going forward? Two things. Any of the stories that happen that are truly worth discussing, such as big announcements like new movies, new series, new writers, significant scans, that sort of thing, we will dedicate a portion of the regular Cast Ranger show to discuss in a way that doesn't require separate editing. And I know how to make that happen, so it won't be too much of a toll on me. The other thing that's happening is the number one website that I get 99% of all of our news stories from. I will set up a bot to post these stories in the Discord in a separate new channel. This way, anyone who's in the Discord who still wants to talk about the news stories that don't get discussed on the show will have a place to do so. So anybody who is listening to this on YouTube or Podbean, if you want to get in on the discussion that is no longer happening as a result of Extra's discontinuation, please feel free to join our Discord server. Yes. So, that is what's happening. For those who may not know why, the reason is Extra takes many hours to edit and has consumed the primary chunk of my Saturday mornings since 2014. And as a self-care measure, I am going to be ceasing Extra Cast Ranger. It's become so tedious. And not that I don't appreciate the fans we have, but it's really just not worth the effort for me anymore. So as a self-care measure, I am freeing up my Saturday mornings. All I'm doing is publishing the main episode, which doesn't take anywhere near as much editing because of how I have OBS arranged. All right, that said, let's get into the last news week. And yes, I am doing this episode solo. What better way to send off the series? All right, first on the news docket, we have the announcement of the Kamen Rider Saber final stage, which is the stage show, and with it, the announcement of the stage-exclusive form. This is going to be Kamen Rider Saber Ultimate Bahamut, which is a reskin of Brave Dragon, using the body piece of Emotional Dragon, actually, because the dragon heads are on both shoulders. And it's got a bitchin' cape that's not just on one leg. Yeah, and it doesn't have the shield also. But the book itself and the form actually look really cool. It gives Saber a blue visor, which seems weird and unnecessary. But you know me, I'm the blue boy, I'll fucking take it. And I'm always happy to see some representation from Bahamut, the King of Dragons, and many other IPs like Final Fantasy. How appropriate that Bahamut from Final Fantasy is in the Saber final stage. Alright, so let's see. The form is the Ultimate Bahamut Wonder Ride book. The stage show will feature this new form thanks to the power of Dragon Bahamut, which is said to be the ultimate beast. The upcoming release is based on the October 16th and 17th performances. The Blu-ray will also include a bonus disc that has the Cast Talk Show program featuring the main cast of the series. So, of course, the limited edition Blu-ray will include the Wonder Ride book, the Ultimate Bahamut book, and a copy of the Kamen Rider Buster manga. That's pretty good. The limited edition Blu-ray is 12,980 yen, so that's $130, and is releasing March 23rd of next year. So yes, very cool. I don't know if I'll get it, but if I ever had a chance to get that Bahamut Ride book by itself, I would probably jump at that. Neat. Next. In Revise news, they announced the Kamen Rider Vise Narikiri Rex Genomet, which is a big fancy way of saying Kamen Rider Vise Rex Genome's helmet, as a big, snuggly, soft, plushy children's hoodie. It's kind of cute, if you ignore the fact that it's a terrifying Tyrannosaurus chomping on your child's face. The item is about 25 to 38 centimeters in height, 28 centimeters in width, and it can be adjusted because of the hook and loop fastener on the chin, so it can be worn by an adult or a child. Or a man-child, which is probably the bigger market. Premium Bandai web exclusive, because fucking everything is. 39.60 yen, January release, just in time for the cold season. Pre-orders end November 30th. And if you miss the Premium Bandai pre-order window, you can purchase this item at Kamen Rider stores, including the pop-up ones, after January. Neat. Next, we have official images of the Deluxe Kong Vise Stamp, which is the Forze form, in case you like them big, beefy, and in space. Yeah, not much to say about it. It's the Deluxe Vise Stamp, Sounds and Lights, 1650 yen, October 23rd release. Neato. Next, we have the announcement of the SH Figuarts of Kamen Rider Valkyrie Justice Cerval from the recently released, I guess, 01 Others, Vulcan and Valkyrie. Basically, Valkyrie's well-deserved final form. So yes, the figure itself will be 145 millimeters tall. Yeah, I'm surprised they announced this and not Vulcan Lone Wolf. I'm sure it'll follow. Premium Bandai, 6,600 yen, shipping in March. Neat. I like the arm blades on it. Very cool. Very Justice. And next in the SH Figuarts confirmation pipeline, we have Kamen Rider / Hansel Nuts to Gretel. Growth. So yes, this comes with the Onjuken Suzune. Comes with both versions, with replacement parts, interchangeable hands. The item is 150 millimeters tall. Premium Bandai web exclusive, 71.50 yen, March 2022 release. Very cool. One of the better suits for sure. As long as you ignore the fucking cookie shoulders. Next, we have some info regarding the upcoming reboot of Kamen Rider Black, which is Kamen Rider Black Sun. They have announced additional staff members and some new details regarding the project. So, joining director Kazuya Shiraishi, who previously worked on Kyoaku and the Blood of Wolves, are Izumi Takahashi, who did the live-action Tokyo Revengers film as the scriptwriter, Shinji Higuchi, who did the Heisei Gamera trilogy and Shin Godzilla, working on concept visuals, and Ultraman Z's Kiyotaka Taguchi as special effects director. Here's where this gets interesting. The series will be running a crowdfunding campaign on the Ubgo website. I guess that's like Japanese Kickstarter or something. The campaign, titled Kamen Rider Black Sun Support Project, will run from October 11th to November 29th. The project is launched so that fans can enjoy the series before it even starts. It includes production notes, an online talk show, and even the chance to participate as an extra. Very interesting. The character design visuals will be unveiled the last day of Tamashii Nations Online, which will be November 21st. The event will be streaming online on the Toei Tokusatsu YouTube channel, hosted by Akira Shinomiya, and will feature appearances from Shinji Higuchi, Kiyotaka Taguchi, and longtime Kamen Rider producer Shinichiro Shirokura. And the Kamen Rider Black Sun is set for a spring 2022 release, unless it gets delayed like everything that's on a crowdfunding website. Alright, next. Speaking of Kamen Rider Black, we have the announcement of the DX Transformation Belt reprint of Kamen Rider Black's belt. The TV Power DX Transformation Belt is what it's labeled as. It works the same way as the original. Press the TV Power button to turn on the item, then press any of the buttons to activate its features. The belt operates automatically as it emits lights and spins. Just like the original release, it comes with a home video, in this case a DVD, that is important. The belt automatically functions every time Kotaro transforms into Kamen Rider Black? Yo, that's fucking awesome! You can get this by supporting the previously mentioned Kamen Rider Black Sun Upgoe crowdfunding campaign. By purchasing the Kamen Rider Black course for 19,000 yen, that's $200. Limited to only 10,000 backers. The item itself will be releasing in April of next year. But if you want to get it, you have to be part of the crowdfunding campaign, which is running from October 11th to November 29th. Yeah, you just keep rewinding it and keep setting off the belt. That'll piss off your family. Alright, very cool. Next, we have an update for the Ten Gokuiger movie, most notably the reveal of the poster, which looks rad. And I also saw, I'm sure someone will post a screenshot, but apparently in this film, I think this is Gokai Green and Yellow swapping keys. Someone was saying that it might be Ahim in one of these because they're both using the guns, but they do both have all of them, so I love the idea that the Gokuigers looked at the Tokusatsu and went, we can fucking do that. But yeah, it's interesting because yeah, female green and male yellow. So yes, as we mentioned during the previous discussion of this film that's coming up, it is taking place 10 years after the events of Gokuiger. The public gambling activity called Super Sentai Derby Coliseum is established on Earth and hugely popular. Though many Super Sentai heroes had been the targets for bets, they cooperated with the Coliseum as long as the money is used to defend the Earth. One Super Sentai could not be contacted. That team had disbanded, and each member went with their own separate paths. It was during this time that Captain Marvelous appeared on Earth, issuing a challenge to the Coliseum's administration. But facing him is Guy, whose views match those of the Coliseum's. Is it the Gokuigers or the people of Earth that changed from this passage of time? How will the crew respond to these circumstances? After 10 years, an extraordinary battle is about to begin! Yeah. They also announced that the original 6 Gokuiger suit actors will be reprising their roles for the film, which are Hirofumi Fukuzawa as Red, Yoshifumi Oshikawa as Blue, Yuichi Hachisuka as Yellow, Yasuhiro Takeuchi as Green, Mizuho Nogawa as Pink, and Daisuke Sato as Silver. Apparently Fukuzawa is the current Super Sentai action director and has not played any new characters since Gokuiger. The only time he wears a Super Sentai suit is if he will reprise any of his previous roles, most notably as Deka Red in Q Ranger and Gokai Red in Superhero Senki, and now Ten Gokuiger. Oshikawa and Sato were retired. Yukari Tamura is back to reprise her role as Navi. Oh boy! We get to Otagara navigate again. Yeah, this new One Piece arc is nuts. I agree. I don't even watch One Piece. Yes, so it's being written by Gokuiger head writer Naruhisa Arakawa, directed by Shojiro Nakazawa, who did the Gokuiger vs. Gavan film. Theatrical release November 12th, available Blu-ray DVD March 9th, and of course, as we've talked about before, it includes the special Gokai Galleon key, which I really fucking want. Yeah. Alright, next, in Power Rangers news, they've announced the Retro Line Megazord figures. These are 7-inch figures of Megazords. I don't believe they are transformable. But so far, the ones they've announced are the Mighty Morphin Dino Megazord, the Mighty Morphin Thunder Megazord, the Lost Galaxy Megazord, and the Ninja Storm Ninja Con. So yeah, these are tiny little Megazord figures that they're kind of cute. I'm looking at this one picture and it looks like they come with fake cassette tapes? That's amazing. fake VHSs with little art drawn on them. Wow. Oh, the Ninja Cone is the Red Ape Zord's like human mode, I think. Yeah. Those are neat. Yeah, they are being packaged in exclusive VHS style packaging to harken back to the days of VHS. They are up for pre-order on Walmart.com and HasbroPulse.com. Very cool. Next, our final news story. There is an upcoming tokusatsu themed video game that released a trailer at Tokyo Game Show. It is called Gigabash. It is being created by the Malaysian-based Passion Republic Games, and it is a multiplayer arena brawler inspired by classic kaiju movies. There's going to be a story mode. They're saying that it combines the chaos and creativity of titles like Power Stone, Super Smash Bros., and War of the Monsters. There's going to be a roster of different titans and heroes, up to 4 players. You get to throw office buildings or roll a whole district into a massive snowball. Wreak enough havoc and you'll evolve into your final form, S-Class. That sounds really awesome. I'm going to be keeping an eye on this. Yeah, so you can look up Gigabash and follow them and check out their channel and see whenever the game comes out. That looks awesome. And thus, we are coming to the end of Extra. But before we wrap up the show, there's one more piece of news, and that is, I love and appreciate everyone who listens to the show. So thank you. I understand some people might be sad that I'm discontinuing a series, especially one that's been going on so long and that so many of you have attachments to, because you guys have been talking in the Discord about it, about how you found the show and your first episodes and all that. And I appreciate it. It's everyone, all you people who help me continue feeling like doing this is worth it. As I've said before, I don't see a dime from, even though we get revenue from on YouTube and some money on Patreon, I don't see any of that personally. It all goes to equipment costs. Yeah. So thank you all once again for 300 episodes of news, scans, speculation, and spoilers. Like I said, we'll be continuing to talk about any truly significant news points on the main show. We'll have a separate corner of the show for that. But until then, this will be my last editing weekend. I am almost free! I almost get to sleep in Saturdays! I'm so excited! Thank you all for your understanding, and thank you all for your views and your listens and your comments. In fact, hashtag comment for Ichi. Not comment for Lane, comment for Ichi this time. Everyone listening on Podbean, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, iTunes, wherever the fuck you are. Leave some comments for me, because I deserve them this time. Alright, well, I've padded for time enough. That will be it. Thank you, and if you enjoy what you're listening, please continue to tune into the main show. We will hear you on the podcast proper. Thank you and goodbye!